Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Vakrangee Limited Q3 FY23 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on a touch-tone. Conference over to Mr. Dinesh Nandwana, Managing Director and Group CEO. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good day, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to greet you all once again on behalf of our Board of Directors and Senior Management. We begin by thanking all of you for having spare time in joining us here today to discuss our third quarter earnings for the financial year 2023. Today, we have emerged as the go-to market platform for the rural India for various business verticals, including the new age fintech and digital platform. We are building India's largest last-mile distribution platform and emerging as the physical plus digital ecosystem with a pan-India presence. Today, we have more than 24,887 outlets spread across 33 states, union territories, 595 districts, and 5,834 postal codes. Our 82% outlets are present in deep rural tier 4 to 6 locations. This kind of presence makes us the partner of choice for any new business partners who wish to make their product services available in rural India. We have a clear focus on market expansion and ensuring our first mover advantage. We are planning to cover entire 764 districts, which is 100% of district coverage across the country through appointing district level master franchisee. We have successfully appointed master franchisee in 113 districts across 21 states across the country. These master franchisees would provide on-ground operational support to our existing franchisee as well as drive new franchisee acquisition. This would lead to help us scale at a faster pace and expand on pan-India basis. We believe this master franchisee initiative is a game changer and strengthen our local field presence and operational control at the ground level. We plan to achieve 100% district coverage by end of this year. These new initiatives would help us scale at a much faster pace, thereby achieving our long-term target well ahead of targeted timeline. Since the last quarter, we have launched additional franchisee commission incentive scheme as well as we have launched a special incentive for master franchisees. These additional incentives are transitory in nature but would lead to quick payback for the franchisees and master franchisees, thereby creating positive word of mouth and driving strong new master franchisee and franchisee interest. A strong word of mouth and referral incentives along with pan-India marketing have resulted into high lead funnel for franchisee acquisition. We have a strong foothold and brand presence in rural India, and our customers trust us with their day-to-day banking needs. During Q3 financial year 2023, we have opened 4 lakh bank accounts and 3 lakh insurance pension policies and did more than 1.89 crore banking transactions with a gross transaction value of 9,674 crores. There is a huge under-penetrated rural market with huge retail and MSME customer base. Further, there is a lack of trust with the current rural customer base. Therefore, physical presence and assistance is a key differentiator. Going forward, we are well structured to transition into the Neo Bank as we plan to launch Neo Banking services through our Bharat Easy mobile super app platform. Through this, we are focused to evolve into a unique O2O online to offline platform whereby there would be assistance available through the physical Kendra network along with digital Neo Banking services. Further, we have a strong existing retail customer base in rural India, and we are focused on affordable pricing and unique online to offline customer experience. respect to proposed demerger of the non-core business of e-governance and IT/ITeS as a separate entity, we would like to update that we have received the approval for demerger from Stock Exchange and have filed the application for NCLT approval. NCLT has now paved the way towards creation of two separate listed entities, that is Vakrangee Limited and VL E-Governance and IT Solutions Limited. The Honorable NCLT, by way of its order dated January 2023, has inter alia directed the company to convene a meeting of its equity shareholders and unsecured creditors on Friday, that is 3rd March 2023. We believe the proposed demerger would unlock the potential of the core Vakrangee Kendra business in the current listed entity with the existing business of Vakrangee physical outlet as well as the digital platform of Bharat Easy mobile super app. Vakrangee Kendra business is retail-centric consumer-facing business. It is an asset-light, high return on capital business and thereby will get the proper representation post the demerger. We believe this would lead to significant re-rating of the core business and would maximize shareholders' wealth. Over the last few years, we have undergone a huge transformational journey whereby we have made a transition from non-exclusive store format outlet to a highly recognizable standardized exclusive branded next-gen format outlet. We have further enhanced and launched our next-gen 2.0 format with key features such as exclusive dedicated outlet for banking DC outlet, exclusive dedicated outlet for ATM and other services, design provisions such that the ATM can be operational for 100 hours. Our current focus is to implement and upgrade existing Kendra in accordance with next-gen 2.0 format over the next couple of quarters. This would result into better productivity and alignment with government vision of digital banking unit. Our number of outlets remains stable at 24,887 as we are currently upgrading the existing outlet to a new next-gen 2.0 format, especially the outlet opened during the pandemic period. Commenting on the quarterly result performance, we have witnessed stable operational growth on year-on-year as well as quarter-on-quarter basis due to increase in number of outlets on year-on-year basis as well as our services return to normalcy on business from post-pandemic. Our revenue from operational increased by 20.16% on year-on-year basis and 7.12% on quarter-on-quarter basis. Our total number of Vakrangee Kendra outlets remained stable at 24,887, which are spread across 595 districts, 33 states and union territories. Our quarterly gross transaction value crossed rupees 130.68 billion rupees, whereas our quarterly number of transactions crossed 32.91 million. Our profit after tax has reduced by 92.7% on quarter-on-quarter basis. Profitability has been impacted as we are reinvesting our operational cash flows for enhancing franchisee incentives as well as building a pan-India district level master franchisee network. The profitability and margin impact shall be there for the next quarter, post which profitability shall be improving in the subsequent quarter. Our current focus has been on expanding our presence through building master franchisee network and to strengthen our first mover advantage. We are currently building a pan-India district level master franchisee network which will result in a strong on-ground operational management as well as better scalability in future. Our number of outlets remain stable at 24,887 as we are upgrading the existing outlet to new next-gen 2.0 format, especially the outlet opened during the pandemic period. NCLT has paved the way towards creation for two separate listed entities, that is Vakrangee Limited and VL E-Governance and IT Solutions Limited. The Honorable NCLT, by way of its order dated January 2023, has inter alia directed the company to convene a meeting of its equity shareholders. Due to the merger process in the final stage, we have currently awaited the e-governance and IT/ITeS trading business for the next quarter, which shall result into lower revenue and profitability in the next quarter post demerger completion, the growth shall get normalized. Further, we have introduced new attractive pricing which would help us scale at a much faster pace and thereby achieve our long-term target well ahead of targeted timeline. We are confident that these strategic initiatives shall lead to significant growth in profitability in the long term. Vakrangee Digital Venture Limited is 100% subsidiary company of Vakrangee Limited. The company has launched a mobile super app-based business platform primarily targeting rural India. Bharat Easy app, India ka super app, currently upgraded beta trial version has been launched. It is currently a beta trial version and we intend to go fully operational and commercial live in the next few quarters. We have made live and activated some of the key services like online shopping, total healthcare services, online demat account opening, CIBIL credit score rating services, as well as the online PAN card application services. A unique differentiator and a sustainable competitive advantage is whereby our digital super app platform would be able to leverage the Vakrangee on-ground ecosystem, a vast, well-diversified pan-India level physical store network of Vakrangee as a point of physical assistance, especially to customers to semi-urban and rural remote locations. Vakrangee Digital Ventures shall leverage the Vakrangee ecosystem. Strong brand recall, Vakrangee can enjoy good positive NPS among users. Our NPS score is 68% as per Red Sea research. Access to existing Vakrangee customer base of 25 million active customers, access to existing network of 24,800 plus outlets for physical assistance and consumer awareness. This unique proposition of digital along with physical would help the digital channel to scale up fast and would significantly reduce the cost related to acquiring customers, physical assistance, order fulfilling and return management on online orders. Further leveraging physical presence would result into better customer interaction, strong brand recall and better service experience and trust for the customers. Our company has also been globally ranked number 1 in the Sustainalytics ESG risk rating rankings assessed in the software and service industry segment. Overall, Vakrangee has been recognized by Sustainalytics as an ESG Global 50 top rated company. Vakrangee Limited has been identified as a top ESG performer out of the more than 4,000 comprehensive companies that Sustainalytics cover in the global universe. Vakrangee Limited has also been honored to be included in Sustainability Yearbook 2022 published by S&P Global. Vakrangee has earned S&P Global Bronze Class spot in the yearbook in the Corporate Sustainability Assessment Survey. The Sustainability Yearbook published by S&P Global is one of the world's most comprehensive publications providing in-depth analysis on corporate responsibility. This annual ranking showcases the sustainability performance of the world's largest companies in each industry as determined by their score in the annual corporate sustainability assessment. Vakrangee has been accepted as a signatory of the United Nations Global Compact and we have our sustainability initiative with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Further, we have appointed Grant Thornton as our assurance auditor for our assurance of our integrated annual report. Global recognition reflects company's commitment to further enhance its corporate governance and transparency standard. Company has achieved global recognition across various platforms for its superior ESG performance and long-term business sustainability. I would now like to take this opportunity to thank our shareholders for their support. We can now open the floor for question answer session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dinesh Nandwana, for your opening remark. Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. In order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all participants in the conference, please limit your questions to one or two per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, we would request you to rejoin the queue. Thank you. You may press star and one to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Jignesh Kumar, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening. My question is about profitability. See, the profitability has impacted in this quarter. Now, going forward, does the profitability will be getting better for current quarter, or will it, or we will see the downfall in the same? Can you please guide on this?
Sure. Good evening. So, as we have said, basically, what we are focusing right now is on building the network of our master franchisee, as well as building a strong base for our existing franchisees. So what we had done in the last couple of quarters is where we have increased the sharing incentives with our existing franchisees, so that we get a strong brand recall and a strong word of mouth publicity, specifically in rural India, so that we are able to get a better funnel for the new franchisees. At the same time, we are appointing master franchisees across district-wise on a pan-India basis. So till now, we have appointed around 113 master franchisees. And we feel that this is very important perspective for us, because these master franchisees are going to help us manage the on-ground operational excellency as well as compliances. At the same time, they will help us target the new franchisee acquisition. So we are also providing good amount of incentives specifically on threshold basis to our master franchisees also. So the schemes of these incentives in terms of franchisee incentive as well as master franchisee incentives, these are already announced till the month of March. So what we feel is that the March quarter will also have an impact in terms of profitability because of the higher sharing ratio with the franchisee as well as master franchisee. So if you see currently, normally our gross margins are typically at 20-25%. Currently our gross margins are in a low single digit number, because we are doing a higher sharing with our franchisees and master franchisees. But what will this have an impact will be a very long-term positive impact, because it will improve the payback for our franchisee network. So our existing franchisee network will have a better payback during this period. And so we get a good brand recall as well as a good visibility in terms of rural India, where this kind of business models is very well accepted. At the same time, our new initiative, which is of setting of master franchises, they will also see the green shoots very early on, where they will be able to see some good earnings, and that will drive our master franchisee acquisition activity also, because our target is to have a complete pan-India presence, that is complete 764 districts, to be having a exclusive master franchisee partner in place by end of this year itself. So that is what we are focusing on. That is where we are investing our operational cash flows currently. And therefore, to answer your thing, we feel that the profitability or the margins will be subdued in the current quarter, but they will keep on improving over the subsequent quarters as these incentives get normalized and our sharing ratio gets back to our normalized sharing ratio, and our gross margins are back to where they are typically. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Ankita Sharma, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Vakrangee has received approval from NCLT for demerger. My question is by when the demerger process will be completed and how do we see the change in the business operation of both the companies? Does the demerger will make any change or impact on the services or business verticals of Kendra business?
Thank you. So if you see, basically the NCLT, the Honorable NCLT has now paved the way where we have got the approval for setting up the meeting with our for our shareholders as well as our unsecured creditors, basically where the approval will take place basis on that meeting. So we have already previously got the approval from the respective stock exchanges on this demerger. So hopefully we are in the last leg of this process, and maybe it is not right for me to give a specific timeline, but we are in the last leg and very soon we will be able to have this entire demerger completion in place. Now, since we are in this last leg of this getting demerger in place, we have currently abated our legacy business, e-governance business and the ITS businesses. So there is no specific change in terms of our Kendra business. Our Kendra business is as it is not getting specifically impacted because of this demerger. But post demerger, both the businesses get a proper representation. So that is easier for all stakeholders to understand our business, separate balance sheet, so return on capital, return on investment, the return ratios are segregated, and at the same time, the Kendra business, which is more consumer-centric business, because it's a retail store kind of model, it's a B2C business, so it's a retail consumer-centric business, where we are adding more and more services every quarter on quarter. So that will get a proper representation as a B2C business, whereas the legacy business or the ITS business is more of a high working capital, high capex driven or thin margins in terms of IT procurement and trading services. So that gets segregated. So I think so. It is now more or less we are there at the final leg of this completing of this demerger, maybe a quarter or more for say what we feel, but it is hard to tell exactly, but that is what is our visibility is as of now, because of which one quarter might get impacted as we have abated the legacy and the ITS services. But post that, both the businesses will be on their own growth path, will be getting onto their own normalized revenues and profitability growth path accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Vikas Gupta, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. So you have said about the master franchisee initiatives, how it is helping in the business operation and growth, and what is the future roadmap? Can you please explain the same? Also, can you brief on the number of outlets we are expecting in future and long-term growth plan?
So master franchisees, as we have said, this is the initiative which we have launched over the last 6 months or so, basically. And what we envisaged was that every district level we would be appointing an exclusive authorized representative of Vakrangee. So our master franchisee is an exclusive district level master franchisee who is an authorized representative on behalf of the Vakrangee. So it's like our business partner there at the local level, due to which it will help us in 2 to 3 things. First thing is basically that since he is the local person there at the district level, so managing our existing outlets, so day-to-day operational issues, day-to-day operational challenges as well as compliances to be managed at the local level. Second, acquisition of any new franchisee, so he is a localite. So one of the things that we used to face was any new franchisee who wants to become a franchisee, he wants a local face, he wants to go and meet the local representative of the company. So that is one of the another issue which gets resolved through this. And third is basically relationship management with our existing bank partners, with our existing business partners at the local, state level, local district level locations. So that is again where master franchisee plays a key role. So what we experienced through this exercise was that master franchisee is a very key part of the overall scalability. If we want to reach a pan-India scale, we want to reach 3 lakh stores, which is our long-term vision, then we need to have a local representative in place as a master franchisee. So we started this journey of appointing district level master franchisee things, and we have already appointed 113 master franchisees out of the 764 districts overall. And our target is in this calendar year itself, we want to achieve complete 764 districts. That is where we are focusing on. We are spending our resources accordingly in order to have this journey at a faster pace. Because once these master franchisees are appointed, they are in place, then we can get the next leg of growth in terms of our outlet. So our outlet expansion would be at a much faster pace, at a much higher scale, once we are able to have these master franchisees in place. So our current focus is to expand the base of the master franchisees. So our target is from 113 we go to 764 within this calendar year. And the second focus is basically how to then scale up our base of existing Vakrangee Kendra outlets. There also we have gone little bit slow. Right now we have a very good funnel of inquiries in place, but we have gone little bit slow because we have updated our next gen format, which is the 2.0, where we have made some changes in the Kendra design and branding things, where we have now have a exclusive banking BC point area segregated, as well as we have a dedicated segregated area for the ATM services, so that the ATM can be operational for extended hours, as well as our banking BC point is much more exclusive with the dedicated manpower. So the productivity and the earning capacity and the efficiency is much better is what we experience. So what we are doing is the outlet which opened during the pandemic period, that is between 2020-21, these outlets we are making sure that these are getting updated with the new next gen format, so that we are aligned with the government's vision of the DBU, which is Digital Banking Unit, where we have a segregated area for banking services, we have a segregated area for ATM and all other services. So we are focusing more on that. I think so the fruits of this exercise will come in the subsequent quarters. Post, I think so, June quarter onwards is where we should start seeing the impact of these master franchisees, as well as the upgradation which we are doing in terms of the next gen 2.0 format. And with a good funnel in place, I think so higher scalability or a better scalability should not be a challenge. We have planned for around 75,000 outlets, so that with a presence in each and every district. And I think so the precursor to that is having a master franchisee presence in each and every district of the country. So that is our roadmap, that is our plan currently. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the end of our question and answer session. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Amit Sabharwal from Vakrangee for closing comments.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for taking time out and attending our Q3 FY23 Concall. In case of any further queries or any further information, please feel free to write to us. My email ID is there. It is ammets@vakrangee.in or info@vakrangee.in. You can write a mail to us and we will get back to you with any details. As well as if any further information is required, please feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you. Good evening to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Vakrangee, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.